Dark carrots, white strawberries, and purple potatoes. Have you ever wondered how food used to be? Because believe it or not, some fruits and foods that we are used to were not like that in the past, like carrots, potatoes, strawberries, and others. This is Johnny, and today we will take a trip back in time and discover how food used to be and much more. Watermelons. This fruit has not changed much on the outside according to some paintings from the 17th century. But if we see the portraits of this fruit, the interior has indeed undergone changes. Watermelons were originally cultivated for their high water content and were stored to be eaten during dry seasons, not only as a food source, but as a method of storing water. Watermelon seeds were found in the Dead Sea region at the ancient settlements of Bab ed-Dra and Tel Arad. Many 5,000-year-old wild watermelon seeds were discovered at Uan Muhugiag, a prehistoric archaeological site located in southwestern Libya. Kordofan melons from Sudan are the closest relatives and may be progenitors of modern cultivated watermelons. Rice is a cereal grain, and in its domesticated form is the staple food for over half of the world's human population, particularly in Asia and Africa. Asian rice was domesticated in China some 13,500 to 8,200 years ago, while African rice was domesticated in Africa some 3,000 years ago. Rice has become commonplace in many cultures worldwide. In 2021, 787 million tons were produced, placing it fourth after sugarcane, maize, and wheat. Scientists have found the oldest known domesticated rice, and they don't look like the rice we all know. The handful of 15,000-year-old burnt grains was discovered by archaeologists in Korea, and they look like this. Some of the rice variants remain to this day, so the change has not been as big as some of our next foods. Tomatoes. The tomato is the edible berry of the plant commonly known as the tomato plant. The species originated in western South America, Mexico, and Central America. The Nahuatl word tomatal gave rise to the Spanish word tomate, from which the English word tomato derives. The wild ancestor of the tomato, Solanum pimpinellifolium, is native to western South America. These wild versions were the size of peas. The first evidence of domestication points to the Aztecs and other peoples in Mesoamerica who used the fruit fresh and in their cooking. The Spanish first introduced tomatoes to Europe, where they became used in Spanish food. In France, Italy, and Northern Europe, the tomato was initially grown as an ornamental plant. It was regarded with suspicion as a food because botanists recognized it as a nightshade, a relative of the poisonous belladonna. The next vegetable is quite interesting. These were grown for their aromatic leaves and seeds rather than their roots. I am talking about carrots. Carrot seeds have been found in Switzerland and southern Germany dating back to 2000 to 3000 BC. Some close relatives of the carrot are still grown for their leaves and seeds, such as parsley, coriander better known as cilantro, fennel, anise, dill, and cumin. The first mention of the root in classical sources is from the 1st century. The Romans ate a root vegetable called pastinaca, which may have been either the carrot or the closely related parsnip. The plant was introduced into Spain by the Moors in the 8th century. In the 10th century, roots from West Asia, India, and Europe were purple. The modern carrot originated in Afghanistan at about this time. The 11th century Jewish scholar Simeon Seth describes both red and yellow carrots, as does the 12th century Arab Andalusian agriculturist Ibn al-Awwam. The orange carrot was created by the Dutch growers. There is pictorial evidence that the orange carrot existed at least in 512, but it is probable that it was not a stable variety until the Dutch bred the cultivar termed the long orange, at the turn of the 18th century. The next position goes to a fruit that was mentioned in ancient Roman literature in reference to its medicinal use. We are talking about the strawberry. The garden strawberry is a widely grown hybrid species of the genus Fragaria, collectively known as the strawberries, which are cultivated worldwide for their fruit. The strawberry fruit was mentioned in ancient Roman literature. The first garden strawberry was grown in Brittany, France, during the late 18th century. Prior to this, wild strawberries and cultivated selections from wild strawberry species were the common source of the fruit. The French began taking the strawberry from the forest to their gardens for harvest in the 14th century. Charles V, France's king from 1364 to 1380, had 1,200 strawberry plants in his royal garden. The garden strawberry, or the strawberry everybody knows, was first bred in Brittany, France in the 1750s via a cross of Fragaria virginiana from eastern North America and Fragaria chiloensis, which was brought from Chile by Amédée François Fraisier in 1714. Alien potatoes. Did you know that only in Peru there are around 3,800 different types of potatoes, having been domesticated there around 10,000 years ago? They differ in size, shape, color, skin, pulp, texture, and even taste. The potato is a starchy root vegetable native to the Americas that is consumed as a staple food in many parts of the world. Wild potato species can be found from the southern United States to southern Chile. The potato was originally believed to have been domesticated by Native Americans independently in multiple locations, but later, genetic studies traced a single origin in the area of present-day southern Peru and extreme northwestern Bolivia. For the next place we have bananas. This one did not have neither the color or the seedless fruit we all know. The earliest domestication of bananas was from naturally occurring seedless individuals of Musa banksii in New Guinea. These were cultivated by Papuans before the arrival of Austronesian speakers. As you can see, the wild bananas have big seeds. Also, those are hard and the color is green. Nowadays, we can still find these fruits in the wild. Numerous phytoliths of bananas have been recovered from the Cook Swamp archaeological site located in Papua New Guinea and dated to around 10,000 to 6,500 years before present. As a plus fun fact, let's learn what a fruit is and how to differentiate it from vegetables. In a botanical sense, a fruit is the fleshy or dry ripened ovary of a flowering plant, enclosing the seed or seeds. Apricots, bananas, and grapes, as well as bean pods, corn grains, tomatoes, cucumbers, and, in their shells, acorns and almonds are all technically fruits. And on the other hand, we have vegetables. More specifically, a vegetable may be defined as any plant, part of which is used for food. A secondary meaning then being the edible part of such a plant. A more precise definition is any plant part consumed for food that is not a fruit or seed, but including mature fruits that are eaten as part of a main meal. So, under this concept, foods like tomatoes and cucumbers are considered fruits, and sweet tubers, like beets, would be a vegetable. Very interesting, right? Well, that's all I have for you this day. I hope you learned a lot of new things. I definitely did. I hope you continue to support me to make more videos like this by subscribing, liking, and activating the notifications bell. As always, this is Johnny. I say goodbye, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.